Ian, it's been a while. Uh, I guess the last time I talked to you was in February, I think. That was when your critical thought mass was uh, was just getting started. So let me adjust this here. I'm back in Texas. Moved back from Missouri in March. Just killing time before school starts again. And I was watching your video, Ian, about about freedom. Is that I didn't know quite what it was going to be about, and I had absolutely no idea it was going to be so passionate. Uh, if that sound keeps continuing, it's people are messaging me on iChat. But I had no idea it was going to be that passionate, and I had no idea that you felt so strongly about materialism. And that's actually something that I feel relatively strongly about, and have for a while. Granted, I worked at Gap for 3 months, but it is something that I think is ridiculous. Is that people are a slave to the almighty buckets of the fashion industry, and that really, more than anything, is they allow their clothing and their possessions to speak for who they are as opposed to them, as opposed to the actual person. And so I got to start thinking is that when I was a senior in high school, I stumbled across something. One of my friends, I met her on the internet, is that she had stumbled across something. And I think there was a show with Colin Quinn called Tough Crowd with Colin Quinn. It was like a spoof of the Bill Maher show. And I believe that was actually the first time I'd heard about it. It was one of the guys on there was talking about it. I do believe. I could be wrong. But I do believe he was talking about the Gray Sweatsuit Revolution. And I don't know if it was a real incarnation or if he had said something and it spurred this. I have no idea. But I do know that when I rediscovered it is that thought it was one of the most profound things that I've ever heard. Basically, the mission statement is that. Well, I'll let you guys read the mission statement. Is that basically the mission statement? I'll go to the website real fast. It's www.thegraysweatsuitrevolution.com. Gray is spelled with an E, not an A. But anyway, the basic mission statement is that the Gray Sweatsuit Revolution is a voluntary experiment in personal and social experimentation via the limitation of one's superficial identity to a gray sweatsuit for a predetermined and extended period of time, such as a season or for the rest of your life. Anyway, sorry about this. Basically what they say is that the battle against fashion needs to be fought differently. We can't dress weirder than the mainstream and attempt to dull our sense of complicity with the Western consumer society. Dissent through conscious differentiation simply feeds the fashion system by providing it with a fresh expression to appropriate. Look at trucker hats. They prove an example of trucker hats. Is that the fashion system operates on a parasite of the body of authenticity. It feeds off cultures and subcultures. The pattern is obvious, and so should our reaction. Stop fanning the flames. Let that shit burn out. It's boring anyway. The ultimate rebellion is to be generic and very comfortable. Fuck using clothes as a form of expression. Think of something more valid, like what you do with your time or what you have to say. See what happens when your clothes don't speak for you. So, with Ian Crossland is that his video is so passionate and angry, probably more than anything. But his video it got me start to thinking, is that this is the only worthwhile thing that I'd ever really done, is that the Great Sweatsuit Revolution really kind of summed up a lot of how I've felt for the past 2 years or so, even though maybe I haven't always been vocal about it. So what I challenge you to do, Ian Crossland, and I will do the same thing, is that I want you to message me on YouTube when you see this video. And I want you and I to make a pact that we will take pictures of ourselves every day wearing the gray sweatsuit. Every day, let's just say for at least a month, every day we wear a gray sweatsuit. We don't have to wear it to work, and we don't have to wear it to any job interviews that we might have. But other than that, you have to wear it anywhere else you go. On your way to and from work, you don't have to wear it. At work, you don't have to wear it. On your way to and from job interviews, you don't have to wear it. But at any other time, you have to have a gray sweatsuit on. And the gray sweatsuit is you can find the uniform on the website www.thegraysweatsuitrevolution.com. But basically, it's this: it's a plain gray sweatsuit, gray sweatshirt. It can be a hoodie, it can a zip-up hoodie, it can be your hoodie, but there can be no name brands on it. It can't have like a little Hanes thing or a Starter or an Adidas. Gray sweatpants with no logos on them again. They can't be too baggy. They can't be too tight. That's really doesn't matter. But you don't want to, have super tight sweatpants, because that just says they're trying to be seen, and super baggy says they're trying to be gangster. Your shoes aren't supposed to have any name brands on them, as you can buy really cheap, slip-on shoes, black slip-on shoes. That's what most people wear at Walmart or Payless or Target, for $10. White socks. If you wear socks, you don't have to. I usually wear brown top-siders, like loafers, because they're comfortable. And I may wear I think I have some just plain black shoes that I might wear, but I might go get some other ones. Try and shy away from Converse if you have Converse, because not because they don't like Converse and don't think they're comfortable, but because that puts out a whole different that Converse say something in and of themselves. People who wear Converse are trying to say something. You can wear a fanny pack. It needs to be a neutral color, however. Brown would probably be fine. I would go with black. When I did it, I wore a black fanny pack. And you can wear, I have gray shorts, just gray material shorts that I'm going to wear because it's very, very hot in Texas at the time. It gets up to the 105 degrees at any given time in Texas. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to get gray t-shirts, and I'm going to get gray long sleeve t-shirts, and I'm going to have all sorts of different stuff that I can wear. So my challenge to you, Ian Crossland, is I want you to message me as soon as you get this, because this is a response to your video, and let me know if you want to do this, because I want you, I feel passionate about this too, and I want you to put your money where your mouth is. I want you to stop being materialistic and stop and do this, is that be as unmaterialistic, as unfashionable as possible. I mean, it's a small step, but I think that if you do it and I do it, is that we can kind of start something on YouTube, and because it's a phenomenon, and maybe more people will start to do it, because the Sweatsuit Revolution's been dead for a while, as they haven't really done anything since 2006, the latest. That's why I challenge you, Ian Crossland. So let's do this. Message me. Bye.